Well, like the thumbnail says, I have some Boeing news ranging from the Max 10s and 7 certification to more 787 groundings, and some Max updates from China. And recently, Boeing got some good news, some bad news, and there are still a lot of questions. So let's get to it next on Maximus. Greetings everybody, Maximus here. In our top story, well, Boeing recently announced that they expect their still uncertified baby Max, the Max 7, to be certified by the end of this year, and they are hoping for their largest variant, the Max 10, to be certified in the first half of 2023 if they get lucky. John Dyson, product marketing specialist at Boeing Commercial Airplanes, said of the smallest Max 7, that would be the first one to come in, with the Max 10 right behind that. However, Boeing still has a congressional order hanging over the program, requiring certification by December of 2022 for new cockpit alerting requirements to be waived. But Dyson said that Boeing was in talks with U.S. lawmakers and the FAA about extending the deadline to ensure that all planes in the Max family would have the same crew alerting system. Of course, by that, he's speaking of the old alerting system, not the new safer one. And let's face it, it's probably the worst kept secret in Washington that U.S. lawmakers will most likely give Boeing more time to avoid having to comply with the new cockpit safety regulations. However, two of Boeing's largest 737 customers, Ryanair and Southwest Airlines, seem to have resigned themselves to neither the Max 10 or 7 being certified before 2023. Meanwhile, Boeing's Max woes in China continue. Flight Global is reporting that China's three largest carriers continue to omit Boeing 737 MAX from their near-term fleet plans, dashing any hopes Boeing had to return the MAX to mainland service anytime soon. In the half-year results, the big three Chinese carriers, Air China, China Eastern Airlines, and China Southern Airlines, make no mention of any new 737 MAX aircraft and their delivery plans until the end of next year at the earliest. While the Civil Aviation Administration of China ostensibly lifted the Max's grounding back in December of 2021, Chinese carriers still have no plans to return the Max to service anytime soon. And this extended delay also impacts the fate of over 200 aircraft on order further as ongoing geopolitical tensions between China and the U.S. continue to simmer. In his future outlook, China Eastern explicitly states the 737 MAX 8 quote-unquote is grounded, and the delivery plan has not been included for future planning. Conversely, both Air China and China Eastern Airlines, which detailed their fleet outlook, are looking to take a significant number of Airbus narrow-bodies for the rest of the year through 2024. In July, China's big three airlines ordered close to 300 of Airbus's A320 family of aircraft. China Eastern, for instance, will take delivery of 19 A320neos this year, followed by 16 next year and 28 in 2024. Air China expects to receive 5 Airbus narrow-bodies in 2023, ramping up to 31 in 2024. However, Boeing did receive some good news from China this month, but not about the Max, about their 787 Dreamliner. China Airlines has decided to phase out its Airbus A330s and replace them with Boeing 787's. China Airlines has confirmed that they placed a firm order for 16 Boeing 787-9s, marking the culmination of a wide-body replacement for its A330 fleet. In September of 2021, in anticipation of the easing of the pandemic and the reset of the global passenger market, China Airlines hired outside consultants to provide input and conduct what it called a thorough study to choose the optimal aircraft model to support business development. And that choice was Boeing's 787. The airline expects Dreamliner deliveries to start in 2025. Well, on the heels of that good 787 news out of China, there was also some bad Dreamliner news as well. However, this bad news isn't actually Boeing's fault this time. Australia's Jetstar Airways was forced to ground half of its 787 fleet due to a series of what they are calling unfortunate events. In an official statement on Tuesday, September 6th, Jetstar Airways confirmed that its 787 fleet has been impacted by a number of issues, including a lightning strike, a bird strike, and damage from an item on the runway. These acts of God, so to speak, forced Jetstar to ground 4 of their total of 8 787s temporarily due to safety concerns. The Australian air carrier also said that some of the planes cannot resume operations, citing a delivery delay of a specific spare part related to ongoing global supply chain issues, as the part has to be freighted in from the U.S. However, the airline says that the majority of impacted passengers have been reaccommodated. Well, UPS just ordered 8 more Boeing 767 freighters, bringing the company's total of 767 freighters to 108. UPS expects to begin taking delivery of the new airplanes in 2025, while plans call for 767-300 Boeing converted freighters to begin entering service in late 2023. This purchase builds on UPS's order for 19 767 freighters in December of last year. Of the purchase, UPS Executive Vice President Nando Casaron said, "The additional 767s will help us continue to deliver what matters to UPS customers around the world." He said the 767 freighter is a very versatile aircraft that we operate across every region of the globe. In keeping with the Boeing 767 theme, Boeing has scored a $2.2 billion U.S. Air Force contract to modify an additional 15 KC-46A aircraft. The KC-46, of course, is a military aerial refueling and strategic military transport aircraft developed by Boeing and based on the twin-engine 767 wide-body platform. Work on the new order will be carried out by Boeing in Seattle to be completed by November 30 of 2025. In addition, the U.S. Department of Defense awarded an almost $1 billion contract to Boeing for 4 KC-46A aircraft for the Israeli Air Force. And finally, speaking of Israel, to reduce noise and air pollution, Israel's airport authority has announced it will ban the Boeing 747, Airbus's A380, and all other comparable four-engine aircraft as of March 31, 2023. The authority said it has already notified airlines that they would not be permitted to land the jumbo aircraft at Ben Gurion Airport near Tel Aviv, beginning in the summer of 2023 as part of a larger plan being developed to rehabilitate the local environment. The nation's flag carrier El Al Airlines has already decommissioned its 747 fleet and now uses the twin-engine Boeing 777 and 787 aircraft for its long-haul purposes. The Israeli authority says that operation of four-engine aircraft will only be permitted in unusual circumstances and with specific licenses. But realistically, this ban will only apply to cargo aircraft because most, if not all, airlines no longer fly the 747s or A380s in Israeli airspace. So there you have it. You're all caught up on the latest Boeing news. Like I said, some good news in there for Boeing, some not so good, and still some unanswered questions. So what do you have to say? Please be sure to let me know down below. Well, that's going to wrap it up for now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's always free. And if you liked the video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up and maybe share us with a friend and ring the bell so you can be notified whenever we release new content. And of course, remember, leave the rubber on the runway and your troubles on the ground. And I will see you next time in the air. Yeah, this is Maximus.